We're going to start off nice and steady, down on hands and knees. Nice and simple, just going to be here. And then we're just going to sit the hips through and back. Start off with a smaller range of motion, then increase it as you get a bit warmer and a bit more. Joints get a bit looser. So let's aim to get those hips down towards the floor. Okay, we're going to go for 5 more. Getting a bit lower now. Couple more. Okay, and on that last one, we're just going to stay in that position. And we're just going to look to the right, look to the left, and just alternate through, looking over different shoulders. Okay, and then back up to all fours. From here, we're going to go into some cat-cows. So we're going to start here. We're going to drive that spine up towards the ceiling, looking down towards the knees, then dump the belly button towards the floor, looking forwards, and just work between those 2 movements, using your core to drive yourself up and down. Let's do 5 more. Okay, lovely. When they're done, staying hands and knees. We're going to get that upper back and those shoulders warm. So hands and knees, we're going to put one arm out in front of us here. We're going to flip that palm so the palm's facing outwards, and we're just going to send it over the top. Nice big circle pointing towards the ceiling. At the last minute, just bend that elbow and bring the hand into the lower back. And then back over. So we're going to go for 5 on each side. You might well get a clunk as your shoulder comes over. I definitely do. When you've done your 5, swap on to the other side. No rush. Over the top and into the lower back. Okay, when you've done those, back to hands and knees in that nice square position. Okay, and what we're going to do then, we're going to get the hips a bit warm. So we're just going to take, it's like an open and a close the gate, but in the hands and knees position. So from here, we're just going to send the your right knee out to the side, up behind, and then in to the chest, out to the side, up behind, and into the chest. So for 5 on each side, nice and controlled. You might find that your core's having to work to control the movements. Once you've done your 5, change sides. I'm going to go on the other side, out to the side, up behind, and then tuck into the chest for 5 on each side. Okay, great. Once that's done, we're going to come down to seated. going to come down to seated with feet out in front. Nice and gentle this one. We're just going to pull the knee into the chest, alternating between. Couple more. Okay, lovely. Once we've done that, we're going to bring the feet in and we're just going to gently rock those knees from side to side with the aim of getting the knees down towards the floor if you can. Okay, 4 more in total, to each side. Okay, and we're going to come down to laying on the floor. We're going to have keep one knee bent, one leg straight, and then just for 10 reps we're just going to do some leg swings, bringing that leg up, getting a bit of warmth and movement through the hamstring. Once you've done your 10, switch sides. Okay, and once you've done that, bring both legs in, so both heels are close to your bum, and keeping the shoulders square on the floor and the hips fairly square on the floor as well. We're just going to rock those knees from side to side, getting a bit of nice movement through the lower back. Okay, 6 more total. Okay, excellent. Then back up to seated. I'm just going to I'll demonstrate the next one because it's going to be difficult to watch and be doing it at the same time. So we're going to come down to laying on your side on the floor, the knees stacked on top of each other. And from here, we're going to have both arms out on top of each other. And what we're going to do is we're going to open that arm out round. So then it comes pointing backwards and bring it forwards again, okay? We're going to do 10 of those on each side. A nice upper back opener. Keep those knees stacked on top of each other. If you can push the moving arm forward so it actually ends up further ahead than the other hand, so the fingers go beyond the fingers of the other hand, and that's quite a nice stretch forward as well for the shoulder. Alright, once you've done your 10, I've lost count now, then just switch over. You might find you've got better or worse mobility on one side. It's pretty normal. Okay, so 10 of these, almost there. Okay, excellent. Excellent. And then just to finish off that little block, we're just going to come back up to seated and we're going to do another 10 total, bringing the knees in to the chest. Okay, great. When you've done that, grab a drink and your band. Okay, cool. So with all of these band things, or most of them, while they're passing over the head, the wider you take your grip, the easier it's going to be. So we'll probably start fairly wide and then bring it in narrower as we get a bit warmer into it, okay? So we're going to start off nice and steady. We're just going to have the band out nice and wide at the hips. We're just going to send one arm behind, so one hand stays exactly where it is and one comes round. Okay, good stuff. And then we're going to go on to the other side, about 5 on that side. Giving a nice range of movement for the shoulder joint. Okay. Okay, cool. This next one, Mel, I think you might struggle with how long that band is. It looks like it might be a little bit short, but if you can go wider, then go for it. If you can then pass it over the top of your head, keeping those arms straight. Oh, there we go. Lovely. I think. See, this is easy for me because I'm using a band. If it gets tight, I can just pull it wider. It's easy to go to the head. Okay, we need for 10 of these in total, so we've probably got about 5 more. Okay, once that's done, let's just drop our arms down, give them a break. We're going to take the band, hold the band about the width, where if you stick your arms up like this, you get 2 90-degree angles. And from there, for 10 reps, we're just going to send we're going to use our elbows as a pivot point, and our forearms are going to go from pointing upwards to pointing horizontal. We're going to work through there, and it should get a pretty good burny feeling through the shoulders, really. Working all the little muscles around the rotator cuffs of the shoulder and the back of the shoulder as well. We'll go for 10. Okay, lovely. Give those shoulders a break again. We're going to keep that same width of grip. I'm going to come in behind the back. We're going to extend like a shoulder press, and we're going to bring it down as far as we can behind the shoulders. Squeeze those shoulder blades together and drive up again to full extension at the top. Okay, good. 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Band can go out to the side. Okay, we'll give the shoulders a break for a few minutes. We're going to come into hips now. So we're going to set ourselves up in this position like this. And what we're going to do is we're just going to send both knees over to one side, into that 90-90. We're going to reach over that front leg, chest down towards the knee, get a nice stretch through the glute, come up again once you've had that stretch. And we're going to transition over onto the other side. And we're going to go through that for 20 reps total, okay? So a nice bit of work on the hips and the glutes. In your own time, just going between. We should find by the time we get up to sort of reps 14 plus that we're able to get a bit deeper. It's all a bit more comfortable. Excellent. Okay, we're up in the higher reps now, so let's try and push a bit deeper, get a bit more out of that movement. So nice on the hips, this. And it's mobility you can do sitting on the floor, which is always the most enjoyable mobility. Okay, almost there now, I think. Okay, and we come back up to seated, knees out in front, feet slightly spread, not as spread as they were just now, maybe about the width of your mat like here. And we're just going to do a very similar movement, but just send those knees from side to side. Then we're going to go down for a hold, down in that 90-90 position then, in a minute. Which is potentially the best stretch. You can just sit there on your phone on Instagram, wasting time whilst you're stretching, and it's way less boring. Okay, so let's get ourselves into that 90-90 position, whichever leg you fancy forward. What we're going to do is we're going to send our upper body then over that front knee, elbows down to the floor if you can, head to the floor if you can get there, and we're going to hold down there for a minute now, okay? So, if we get ourselves into that position, we're going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, okay? And we're here for a minute. If it gets too uncomfortable, then just let you take the stretch off and get back down again when you're ready. But if you can, just settle deeply, let your upper body sort of fall deeply into that front leg. When we get to 30 seconds, we'll reevaluate and see if we can sit a bit deeper into that stretch. Okay, so we've got 5 seconds left until we're halfway. So let's try and get that upper body a bit lower down, a bit more force or weight going through that front knee. Okay, we've got 20 seconds left. 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently back up to seated. In between, we're just going to do 6 in total of pulling the knee into the chest. Then we're going to move onto the 90-90 with the other leg forward. Okay, so we're going to start that stretch in 5, 3, 2, 1. Over that front knee. Our hips are going to feel good after this today. So like we did last time, when we hit the 30-second mark, we're going to reevaluate where we are. We're looking for uncomfortable but not painful level of stretching. So we've got 10 seconds and we're going to try and sit a bit deeper into it. Okay, so let's try and go a bit deeper, a bit lower down towards the floor. We've got 30 seconds left. Okay, 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and gently back up again. Okay, now we're going to go back into 20 90-90s. So like we did just before we did the stretching, but this time we should be feeling super loose, and we really should be able to get over that quite a long way. I think you normally find you creep along the floor doing this, don't you? You end up halfway across the room by the time you've done 20 of them. Once you hit 20, grab yourself a drink, have a little break. Probably give the hips a rest for the rest of the session now. Got a special guest. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of work on the hamstrings, on balance, and on the little muscles in the feet. So if we come up to standing, what we're going to do, we've done this one before, is we're going to be doing a single leg deadlift on, we'll start with the left leg. So what we'll do is we're going to do 5 reps first, just to get the hang, get ourselves zoned in. So we're hinging from the hip, we're keeping a very soft bend in the knee, and we're looking to get tension through the hamstring. So we're going to hinge over, chest up, to a point where we've got a nice bit of tension through the hamstring. And we're going to come up again, and we're going to go for 5 reps there. Make sure you don't kick something behind you or hit your head on the lights. So 5 reps on that left leg. Ooh, if you lose your balance like me, then just reset. I've lost it now. Reset and go again. Okay, once you've done your 5, change onto the other leg. I've completely lost the balance now. Oh dear. Okay, once you've done your 5, we're going to do 8, but we're going to alternate between left and right feet. That should sort the balance out. So we're going to do RDL on the left leg, touch the right foot down, onto the right foot, onto the left for 8 total, so 4 each side. Couple more. Okay, lovely. And then we're going to do the same, but we're going to come over into our straight leg deadlift or remaining deadlift over. Once we get to our the point where we're as far as we can go, we're going to try and reach as far forward as we can with both our hands. We're going to come up, we're going to go down, we're going to try and reach as far to the left as we can with the left, right with the right, and back with both hands, okay? So let's start working through that. I'm going to go 3 times through on each leg. Forwards, side, side, and back. I've got absolutely no balance this morning. Something's obviously wrong. Okay, then the last set then. Once you've done all 3 sets on one side, give that leg a shake out, and then switch over to the other side. I'm going to go through for the same. Forwards, right hand right, left hand left, and then both hands back. Okay, great. Once you're done, come down to hands and knees. We're going to do a little bit of upper back opening, and we'll finish off with a bit of a stretch on the hamstrings using the band. Okay, great. So we're going to come down to hands and knees. So begin with nice and steady, just 5 fingertips to elbows, fingertips to forehead, elbows pointing towards the floor, and we're going to rotate up for 5. I don't think it's possible to touch your elbow with your fingertip. Doesn't matter how many mobility sessions you go to. Okay, then the other side. I think if you can touch your fingertips to your elbows, you need to go to hospital, not a mobility session. Okay, once we've done those 5, just to get ourselves in the groove, we're going to do a few pauses. So we're going to do another set of 5, but we're going to pause for 5 on each one. So it's going to be a total of 25 seconds pausing for each side, which is quite a lot. So we're going to start with that elbow pointing towards the floor. We're going to send it up towards the ceiling. When we get there, we're going to pause for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Tracking back towards the top, pointing towards the ceiling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Back up towards the top now. Staying there for 5, 3, 2, 1, and down. And send that elbow back up towards the ceiling again, and they're there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Last one to the top, pointing the elbow towards the ceiling. 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Then we're going to do the same on the other side. So let's get set up. Let's start tracking that elbow towards the ceiling, pausing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Back up again. 3, 2, 1, and down. 3 more to go. Send that elbow up towards the ceiling, pausing there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. 2 more to go. Up to the top, pausing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. Okay, send the elbow back up, and we're pausing there then. 3, 2, 1, and down. Okay. I'm just spending the whole 5 seconds just feeling my AirPods falling out of my ear. Okay, right. Let's do a little bit of hamstring stretching to finish with our band or rope item. Providing it's long enough, hopefully it is. What we're going to do is a very nice relaxing hamstring stretch. So we're going to get that, hold it at the ends, we're going to loop it over here so it's in the arch of the foot. And then from there we're going to have a straight leg on the foot that's not, on the leg that's not getting stretched. And we're just going to bring that one in and then walk further up the rope or band to get more of a stretch out. Okay, we're going to sit there for 30 seconds. So we're starting in 3, 2, 1. Shoulders back square on the floor. We're here for 30 seconds. Any stretch that you can do lying on the floor is a winner in my eyes. If your band or whatever isn't long enough, then just grab hold of your knee and pull it in towards you. Okay, 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, gently return it down to the floor. Let's switch the band or the rope to the other leg. We're going to start that stretch in about 5 seconds. Another 30. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're starting that stretch. Okay, 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently return that foot down. Let's come up to seated. We're going to keep hold of the band. Let's just hit the hamstring slightly differently. So we're going to extend the first leg that we stretched out in front of us. We're going to have the other leg coming in here. We're going to get our band or whatever it is we've got into the arch of the foot again. And we're just going to use it again to help us get a nice stretch on that leg. We're going to start that stretch in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're going to be here for 30 seconds again. Drive that knee down into the floor, that leg locked out. Try and relax the quads. You'll find they're probably tensed up. If you can creep yourself a bit further along that band and get deep further, then feel free. We've got 10 seconds left here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, gently release that tension. Let's swap legs. Let's get that band over that leg. Okay, we're going to start in 5, 3, 2, 1. Okay, there we go. Doing that stretch there on that leg. Leg locked out, quad nice and relaxed. Okay, 15 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's put that band to the side. We don't need that anymore now. Okay, great. And just to finish off, we're going to come down to cross-legged. We're going to put right hand on top of left knee, left hand on top of right knee, and from there the top hand to the left for 8 reps is just going to come up and extend. We're going to look and point towards the ceiling for 8. Once you've done those, switch the hands over, so then your left hand's top of your right knee, and over that is your right hand on your left knee. And we're going to come up to the top for that one, for 8 on that side. Oh, I look a little bit too zen sitting on a yoga mat with my legs crossed. Gonna have to go and do some squats in a minute or something, balance it out. Okay, 4, 3, 2, 1. Staying cross-legged, both hands down to the floor in front of us, and for another 8 reps then, we're just going to extend alternate arms up to pointing up vertically. Feel how you're asking a lot of your upper back mobility to get that arm up to vertical. A couple more. Okay, and once we're done there, we're just going to bring the arms down to the side. So nice big rolls. Drive those shoulders up, back and down. Okay, and there we go. Not the most exciting session of the week, but definitely one of the most important.